It is time. It is the finale of Season 1 of F1 Manager 2024, where we have taken Lotus F1 Team and brought them back to the F1 grid as the 11th team in Formula 1, and we are now in our final 3 races of our first season in this game. And I will say, it's been going pretty good. It's been going pretty much as well as we could have hoped. So our season so far, last time out we did USA, Mexico City, and Sao Paulo, and we got more points on the board. We had the most nuts race we have had so far in this game in Mexico City. As you can see right here, loads of DNFs. We had a 4-car pileup at the start of the race that took out Hamilton, Behrman, Norris, and Alonso. And then after that, we then followed that up with, I believe, 4 or 5 more mechanical failures that resulted in a bunch more people DNFing. Only 13 of the 22 cars finished that race in Mexico, and we ended up getting a P6 with our one surviving car, Liam Lawson, out of that, matching our best results of the season from the Netherlands and Azerbaijan. So, going into this final 3 races, we've got Lawson with 41 points, Behrman with 5, and on top of that, in our team battle against VCarb, the RB second team, we now have a 13-point lead, 46 to 33 points. We've got 3 races left, and we're going to try to hold on to that lead and secure P6 in the championship, which was our target for our first season. So, without further ado, let's boot up this game. And to kick this off, I have some big news. Something very, very, very big has happened during this break between between Sao Paulo and this next race coming up in Vegas. A big piece of transfer news has come about that is going to be a big difference maker in our next season. So, again, when we were going through those results, it was all about Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson is the one throughout the season who's been picking up P6s, P7s in these races. He's picked up some lower points as well, 8th, 9th, 10th. Overall, he is, as you can see in the driver's standings, he has outscored his teammate Ollie Behrman by 41 points to 5. He has had the upper hand in almost every single race weekend and qualifying session throughout this season. And we want to be as competitive as possible going into these next couple seasons, especially with big regulation changes coming in 2026. And we want to start fighting our way up to battle with those top 5 teams. And hopefully by the time Season 3 comes around and those big reg changes happen, we are in a position where we can start fighting for wins and championships. That is the goal. And with one driver so far behind, it just... And on top of that, it wasn't just results. Also, he's just been crashing a lot, and given the financial situation we've been trying to manage this whole season, it's not been great. And ultimately, we needed, I think having one young driver to build up in the team is good, but to have 2 has been causing some problems for us, because, if one of these young guys makes a mistake, it's great. If you have a more experienced driver, you don't have to really worry about it, because he's not going to make those same mistakes. He's going to pick up the pieces when the young guy has an off day, and he can, have a bit more leniency to develop. But when it's, fully dependent on both young guys, it's... Because, we've seen it even before in the early races where we'd see Lawson qualify really well, but then racing wheel to wheel against some of the top cars would then make a mistake that would result in some damage, or just him going off track and losing a shitload of time. We've had races where Lawson could have scored more points even, and he's then had a spin or some sort of off that has resulted in him losing a bunch of spots. So, to have 2 young guys on the team is just seeming like, for first season, it works, but going forward, I think we need to make a change. And given that Lawson is clearly the much better performer out of the 2 right now, even though I'd like to see Behrman continue to develop and progress, I don't think it's gonna work out. So, as I will show you right here, a new contract has been agreed with Lotus F1 Team starting January 1st, 2025, with Alex Albon going from Williams to Lotus. We have picked up the former Red Bull driver, Alexander Albon, who in this game is a 83 overall driver, and He is just a very well-balanced driver. I mean, I'm going to compare him to the guy who's replacing Behrman here, just to show you the upgrade that we're going to be getting by signing Albon for Season 2. Just in he is the only reactions, they are level in 87, but in every other stat category, Albon is just better by a decent margin as well in most of these categories. And his development rate is not the same, but it's again, Lawson is the guy who's going to continue to develop at a rapid rate for us being a young driver, but I think Albon is going to bring the experience we need to really continue to progress in Season 2. So we have officially made a deal that will bring in Alex Albon to this team in 2022, or 2025. So our lineup for next season is going to be Albon and Lawson. And I mean, who knows? I think with Albon leaving Williams, that now opens up a spot there. And also, we still don't know the Alpine lineup for next season. That's the only one we haven't. Last couple streams, we've been trying to scout drivers and figure out who's going where for next season to figure out our lineup. And it's looking like this is what we have as our 2025 lineup. We've got Verstappen and Sainz at Red Bull, Leclerc and Hamilton at Ferrari, Norris and Piastri at McLaren. Bottas and Ricciardo is looking like it's going to be the Aston Martin lineup for next season, which is really interesting. That's going to be a whole new lineup for them. Alonso moves to Mercedes alongside Russell, like I just talked about. Albon's going to be a new driver alongside Lawson. Ocon and Magnussen is the new V-Carb lineup. Gasly is moving to Williams, but now his teammate is unknown now that we've just signed Albon away from them. Zhou and Sargent. So we got the American driver Sargent going to the American team Haas, which is really interesting. As we talked about, Alpine, we still don't know who either of their drivers are going to be. I scouted most of the top drivers, and that we didn't know where they were going for next season, and we still don't know who they're taking. Behrman is now an option for them, as well as for Williams, so we could see Behrman go to Williams or Alpine now. I think Perez and Hülkenberg also still don't have contracts for next season, so Perez, Hülkenberg, and Behrman could be filling these 3 slots, or we could be seeing someone new come in into at least one of those seats, if not more. And then last team Sauber, Tsunoda and Pourchaire. So I am very happy that Pourchaire is getting the promotion to a full-time Sauber seat. I was very happy to see that. So as far as we know right now, Pourchaire is going to be the one new rookie coming in next season. But with 3 seats still open, we could be seeing at least one more rookie coming in as well. So very interesting to see how that will play out. But for now, we are going into the Las Vegas Grand Prix, our third to last race of the year. We're going to aim for 12th and 13th. I smell so much weed outside right now. Oh, yeah, that checks out. I mean, that's a pretty common occurrence in our neighborhood. I went straight from F1 22 to 24 in this game, so I've never actually managed a race around Vegas, because Vegas first got introduced in 2023. So last older game I played wasn't in the game yet, so this will be the first time. Now I'm very interested to see how it goes. I know they have got the massive main straight, so with our straight line speed still, we're taking a bit of a hit in some places as far as performance goes, because as a reminder, we are very strapped for cash this season, or at least the second half of the season. We are really strapped for cash. We're trying to manage, but we're doing our best to manage our cash situation, and that means we've basically, after the summer break, we have not really been able to bring any upgrades to the car. So we've just taken the car that we had at the summer break and have just tried to make it last this season. Straight line speed was always our best place, but so, or rather, straight line speed, is still kind of holding out. So the hope is that we can continue to take advantage of that while it's still kind of available. What? Oh, right. Yeah. So this truck, there's like 2 food trucks next to each other, and the one in front of it is like way bigger. So when we're like walking down the block from a certain perspective, it just looks like the truck isn't there because there's a much bigger truck blocking it. It's very funny. I've done that mistake multiple times before. I was walking up once and I saw that they weren't there. I was standing in the corner like checking their hours because I'm like, wait, are they not there today? And then I saw their number and I called them and I'm like, are you guys there? And they're like, yeah, I'm like, are you in a different spot today than normal? And they're like, nope, same place as always. And I walked down the block and I'm like, oh, I couldn't see you from where I was. Whoops. I love these little setup puzzles so much. They're so much fun. Alright, now it's qualifying time, and now let's see if we're trying to manage these engine parts as much as we can to the end of the season. And hopefully not have to spend any money on new engine parts, because at this point, see, we got 3 races left to go, and we've only got like 6 million left in the budget. Gearbox or an ERS penalty I could take, because that's only $1 million or $2.5 million, but an engine replacement is going to cost us $5 million, which is literally, if we got 6 million left for the season, that's most of our budget. So I'd rather not. So we've still got 2 decently good quality engines on Lawson's car. Behrman's the one I'm worried about. This ERS is probably only going to last, this is the last race we can probably get out of this ERS and at least have it working well. We got a 47% gearbox too, so it's, as you can see, it's about, once we hit about 30% is where it starts to get dangerous. So we've got enough ERS and gearbox there, so we're all okay on him. Behrman's the one I'm worried about, because Behrman, again, has had more crashes, which means more damage to his engine parts. We still got 1 engine in decent shape, thankfully. ERS, 41% is going to have to do. And then gearbox, 46% is also going to have to do. So, yeah, okay. We got 94%, 91% confidence. We do not have to take any engine penalties this weekend, thankfully. And we're going to get into Q1 in Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Okay, food's required? Hell yeah. We're going to do the silly little inter trick. Because as we know, if we have them do a really shit lap on inter tires and then send them out on soft tires, in game the drivers see that like massive boost and they're like, oh, my lap times are getting way better, and it boosts their like in-game confidence. Like we said, it's stupid in real life, but it works in game, so we're gonna take advantage of that.
Okay, we'll go recharge on. Keep an eye on the delta.
Damn, bro, y'all be working together a whole season. He still hasn't learned that his name's not Pierre.
Stay negative in our delta.
Okay.
Mode end. Mode end.
Now we'll put them on soft tires. Set them out on 1 lap. A lot of people in the way. Let's see if I can get Bearman out ahead of them. For the most part, yeah.
Currently P7.
Alright, good lap. We got Lawson up in
I think
P7.
this is good.
Bearman had a pretty shit lap, though. He's a whole 1.5 seconds off his teammate.
And you can cool the engine.
Copy.
Don't know if Lawson's going to need to go out again. I think Bearman might be the only one who does need to go out again. Because Lawson's a whole second away from the drop zone, so he really should be safe. So I might as well just save the tires. I don't even need to send him out again. But Bearman definitely needs a better lap here. And, okay, he does improve. Okay, so we are all good. I was gonna say, if he got knocked out in Q1 by some shocker or whatever, I was just gonna take his penalties in this race if he was gonna start from the back anyways, but it looks like we are all okay there.
We should have the green light now.
Alright, we'll have him do a couple laps on old tires first.
So let's just focus on the tires. P8.
Okay. 1.6 off. What the fuck are the upstairs neighbors doing? You guys hear them? Like stomping on the floor. Okay. P12, P13, not the best, but we can now do a run on fresh tires, less fuel. Food required?
Food required! It's honestly not even that hot outside.
Yeah, thankfully today's a nice... Did you not notice? We were in here the whole time on with the air conditioner off. Usually you're sweating your ass off.
I mean, I was sweating
In
a
here.
little bit, but not as bad as normal.
Yeah, usually I'm sitting in here without the air conditioner on for stream, just sweating my ass off, and today is perfectly fine. Shontan, welcome in. How's it going? Season 1 is coming to end soon. Yeah, you came in a very good time. We have just gotten started with we're in qualifying for the first race weekend of the night tonight. We are at Vegas, and we have got both guys into Q3. We've got Vegas, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi to end the season. We're going to Q3 and see where we can get these guys. I keep being concerned that we're gonna like fall off the pace just because we're not developing. But by the looks of it, I have to imagine that at least some other people are also not developing. We are not keeping both drivers for Season 2. Actually, big announcement. We have now signed Alex Albon for Season 2 to replace Bearman. So it's going to be Lawson and Bearman for Season 2. Or, sorry, Lawson and Albon for Season 2. So, exciting stuff. We realize we've seen Lawson consistently outperform Bearman the entire season. And on top of that, Bearman just crashes and just gets into incidents so much more often. And it's just becoming a financial problem on top of a performance problem.
P1.
So now, whoa, Lawson goes 5,000s ahead of Perez, but I guess it wasn't a good lap for Perez because now Alonso goes quickest. But yeah, Lawson was purple in that middle sector there.
Currently in P6.
Yeah, got a bloody nose at work. Oh shit, that's not good.
Box this lap and cool the engine.
I also I forgot that Qatar is a sprint race weekend, so that's not gonna be great as far as we are trying to manage our engine parts that we have left available to us, because it's not many.
You can stop in your pit stop position.
And that doesn't help. But yeah, so just with the issues we've been having with Behrman this season, it just seems like the best thing to do is to go with an experienced driver. I think, you know, our first season in the game, to give 2 young rookie drivers a shot is, you know, a good. We could work with that, but I mean, I thought we could work with that, but now given how much I've seen them cost us through these like instances of mistakes they made, I've kind of started to think, I think going into season 2 and onwards, we need to have like a pairing of an older, more experienced and younger driver who can develop better. So yeah, so we ended up, since Lawson's the better driver, the 2 were keeping him, and Behrman is getting replaced with Albon. So I think we'll have a much more solid lineup next season. And we'll really, I guess, you know, we'll also have a frame of reference for Lawson to see where he's performing in comparison to Albon, who I think is rated somewhat better in the game. And also, yeah, you can even see with qualifying here again. It's like, this has been the story of the season, where Lawson puts in a 134.2, and then Behrman puts in a 135.0, 8/10 off of Lawson's time. Like, this has been the case in so many qualifying sessions where Behrman's literally 4, 5, even 6, 7, 8/10 off of Lawson's time in qualifying. And first season, we are, you know, again, I think there's a big gap in the cars overall, like from top to bottom of the grid. There's a much wider gap from top to bottom. So I think even being a few tenths off like this, or 5+ tenths off, is still not the worst thing in the world, because it still keeps him relatively close to his teammate. But I think season 2 onwards, especially season 3, we can expect the gap between cars to narrow a lot more. And then in which case a 4 or 5 tenths gap to your teammate is all of a sudden gonna mean a much, you know, from, you know, him being P7, P8 and you being P9, P10, all of a sudden a gap like that is then going to mean getting knocked out in Q2 while your teammate makes out into Q3. So we're looking at a dry race. 1 stop is viable. 2 stop seems to be saying 2 stop is the quickest. What tires are we working with as far as what do we have available to us? 1 medium, 1 hard, 1 fresh soft. Is it the same for both guys? It is. Okay. So I'm thinking maybe we 1 stop one of them and 2 stop the other one to split the strats. And also, we don't know who's taking the Williams seat yet. So right now, the 3 seats that are not confirmed for next season are the Williams seat that Albon is vacating by moving to our team, and then also the 2 Alpine seats are not confirmed yet. As of right now, Gasly is moving to Williams, and Ocon is moving to RB. And that, and despite all the drivers we scouted, none of them are currently looking like they're making a move to Alpine. So I don't know if they're going for younger drivers, rookie drivers that we just haven't scouted, or if they just haven't made any moves yet. I know Perez, Hulkenberg, and now Behrman, I think, are the 3 drivers currently in F1 who don't have a seat confirmed for next season. So those 3 will be options for both Williams and Alpine. So Perez is definitely the highest rated driver. I think he's an 87 right now in the game. Definitely by far the highest rated driver who does not have a seat for next season. So that would be a big get for either Alpine or Williams if they could sign Perez for next season. I'm thinking my best thing might be to do this and put Behrman on the 1 stop and Lawson on the 2 stop. Lawson starting higher up the grid, he can be more aggressive with his trying to gain track position. Behrman can be a bit more conservative over the course of the stint, and then we split the strats and I guess increase our chances of something happening in this race that will work in our favor. Bitrate moment, I did not notice. I would refresh. As far as car parts go, engine parts we're still surviving. You can see everything is just me. Chat is incredibly delayed. Okay, I will just tell everybody to refresh real quick. Also, let me move this back down here so I can check my web browser when I need to. Yeah, I'll just tell everybody to refresh because it might not just be you, just in case. Okay. All right, we are all set. Yeah, big thing is right now we are running dangerously low on engine parts, or powertrain parts, I guess is a better term. We got, this is literally Behrman's last parts. His 53%, 41%, 45% parts there. That's the last ones we have. These are the best quality parts we have left. And with 6 mil left in the budget, I really do not want to be needing to take any additional parts allocations because buying a new engine would literally be 5 of the 6 million we have left in the budget, and I don't want to do that. Car parts? Oh, true. Mika might have eaten them. That might be why we're so low on parts. Not because our drivers have been crashing. It's because Mika has been eating them when we're not looking. That's definitely it. But anyways, it's time for the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement. Well, they certainly appear calm and composed heading into this
We're starting
race.
7th and 9th.
They start this race in
Drivers have been
P9,
crashing
even
because
fight
Mika's...
for the
Gotcha,
first
gotcha.
points.
Oh yeah, forget the grid starts on the corner. Like, some of the cars at the back are, like, around the corner.
We're all ready to go in Las Vegas. And it's
Alright, lights out, and away we go. And it looks like it's a good start for Liam Lawson and for Behrman. It looks like both of them had a good start here. Already challenging the Aston Martins. But it looks like Behrman might beat Stroll. And that fight for P8, and Lawson ahead is going wheel to wheel with Fernando Alonso here. It is vroom vroom time. Oh my god, it's the sphere! Bro, we were here! We were here last year for TwitchCon! Alright, now we can bring things down, especially for Behrman because he is...
We need to get these tires
we
to
gotta
last.
turn off this.
Overtake is available.
Copy.
If we could increase lift and coast.
Copy.
So let's keep an eye on these tires.
Copy.
Yeah, this is the super long straight. Oh, it's the strip. Oh, this is cool.
We're still
Being able to see the Vegas strip in this game.
keep going.
And oh, Norris is taking a penalty. Okay, so now he's gotten past Behrman. We're gonna need to pick up the pace here a bit. I'm gonna go avoid iris curves and then go aggressive.
Next one is Norris.
'Cause that'll give us a bit more pace without having to sacrifice tire life.
You'll be
And
behind
should cool
Russell.
it down a bit. Okay, we're already losing pace to the... I mean, that has got us... Oh, never mind. Okay, we're right back in the window now. We're good. We're chilling. There we go.
Tsunoda seems to have an issue.
Well, that's good for us. Oh, yeah, I see Snowden and Ricardo way down the order. Snowden in 20th with an issue and Ricardo down in 15th. Our big concern is fighting. That's the team we're fighting, so as long as they don't score points, we're chilling. Behrman might have a run back at Russell to get himself back into the points, maybe? Nope. How are we doing on
Okay,
tire wear,
best.
boys? I think Behrman, maybe we go avoid high-risk curbs and then have him go a bit aggressive. Lawson's doing a good job with sticking with this top pack here. Sainz has actually overtaken Verstappen for the lead of the race. Those two are going to be teammates next season, Sainz and Verstappen. So they're running first and second and fighting each other right now. And this battle's gonna go through this race and on into next season, and Verstappen re-overtakes him. And Behrman Mill's fallen down to P11 now. To bring this down a bit.
Cool the tires.
But, you know, there's now a 3-second gap opening up between 7th and 8th, and Lawson's doing a good job of just sticking with this pack.
And save fuel where you can.
Try to conserve a bit of fuel here. Actually, I don't think I can afford to do that with Behrman just yet. I think I gotta do it with Lawson first. Save mentioned last time with Alonso joining Max at Red Bull. That save Alonso's currently leading the championship by 39 points. Ooh, damn. POV Legos and Mika's intestine. Ooh, they're gonna go for it here. Oh, look at this. 4 cars, Russell, Behrman, Stroll, and Norris all fighting for this corner, and Russell's gonna come out ahead, and we're gonna come out in P10 with Stroll behind in P11. I mean, that fighting is helping us. We now got a 5.5-second gap for
Well managed on
Lawson.
the tires.
Yeah, okay, copy.
Thinking if this continues, maybe we go for a bit of a undercut here and go aggressive on these tires. And then bring them in a bit early. Because we're just going to be stuck behind these guys for the foreseeable future. So if we can push a bit more.
He's vulnerable.
Copy.
Yeah, and Alonso gets the, or Lawson gets the move done on Alonso, but oh, that's not the replay I want to see. I wanted to see Lawson getting past Alonso, but instead I'm seeing Stroll getting past Behrman here. And we're now looking at 5/10.
More lift and coast.
Yeah, on soft tires. We're gonna push a bit here. See if we can't just work our way up this order a bit more. And everybody just kind of, this top 5 just kind of stuck in a little bit. Oh, but we're gonna go for the lunge here on
Has DRS.
Piastri and make it up into P5. Good shit. Just want to go push as hard as we can right now,
Good job.
and then once we burn through these tires, trying to make up this ground, we will just pit him and then try to put him out into clean air. But for now, I think that's the best way we can manage this. Imagine running a team for years, building your cars piece by piece, redesigning over and over and over, going through driver and ownership changes, investing billions, hiring entire companies to improve minute seconds of lap time, and then losing to a snail. Yeah, imagine that would be rough. And does the snail, has the snail been developed in a lab or something? Nope, bro's just built like that. Let's see, we coming onto the straight here. Yeah, I'm gonna use a bit of battery, see if we can't make the move on Paris as well.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Nah, I'm not gonna be able to close up on the Red Bull like that. Let's see. Behrman is still fighting Russell. It's like Norris in P8. Alonso P7 has also fallen off of this pack, so that actually is working out for us a bit. Let's see how Behrman's looking on tire life. Lawson should be able to push even further with the strat that we're running now.
Keep your head down.
Ooh, a lot of traffic here.
Copy.
If I'm driving clean air though, try to bring temps
Nice
down.
work. So ahead of you, Stroll. Gap now 2.4
Oh,
seconds.
this is, oh, for some reason I think that's caused him to lose a massive amount of time.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, so we're gonna turn that off. We're just gonna have to deal here. He's about to pit anyways. This should put him out, I think, in P14. Okay, yeah, I was hoping for P12, but P14 works too. Yeah, look at that. Bro. The Vegas circuit, honestly, it got hated so much when it was like announced and in development, but it kind of fucks, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it looks awesome, but on top of that, the circuit itself was actually, it was a really entertaining race last year, if I remember correctly. Leclerc and Perez had that wild battle for P2. I think Leclerc overtook him on the last lap, and on top of that, I think even he was fighting Verstappen at one point for the lead of the race, and then I think just made a mistake. But yeah. All right, yeah, I think now is the time. We're just pushing flat out until the pit stop now.
Box this lap.
Yeah, all these guys are just kind of stuck with each other. If I can get out in some clean air, P14 would put us out in that between the Williams and Hamilton in 14th. Oh, now it's saying it's going to spit us out in 12th. So if we get a good pit stop, we will come out where we need to be, which would be, you can see, I'm going to fast forward a bit. You can see Russell in 11th and then Albon in 12th. You can see that big gap there. Basically, we're just trying to pit and come out in between them. So then we have a bunch of clean air to run in once we come out from our pit stop. Also, Russell has lost position to Behrman again, so good work from Behrman to get back into position.
How are the tires?
Yeah, Behrman seems to be running a good race here as well, even though he's a bit further. He is also one stopping compared to Lawson, who's two stopping. So, but this might work out pretty well for us here. If we can make this undercut work and come out ahead of Albon in 12th. Yeah, here we go. We're coming in now. Such a weird pit lane. Okay. Oh, that's actually a really good pit stop. 2.5. All right.
Yeah,
Good
so let's
shit.
use these tires gently.
That's exactly what we needed.
Exit is clear.
That's a huge from the pit crew.
He's 2.4 ahead.
All right.
Sargent behind. He's 6.7 back.
And now we've actually come out only 3 seconds behind our teammate.
You are currently P11. Gap is 3.3. Hamilton, the car behind.
I'm gonna go max aggression, avoid high-risk curves. There we go. That should work.
Warm.
And Behrman is cleared Russell for P9 now, basically P10.
Okay, good.
Doing okay on fuel management. We can bring that up to neutral.
Gap is 4.6.
And
Copy that.
the fresh drive we do to a 1:44.1. Guys at the top are actually still doing similar times, so that's actually not great. I'm hoping with a bit of clean air here. And Bearman, you're not going to fight your teammate.
Copy.
This is good. We are in P9.
Whenever he comes up to you, they're in a completely different fight right now.
And who's that having an issue in the pits?
There we go. Okay. Now Lawson's
Russell ahead.
free up in 9th. And let's see, where is Lawson going to come out relative to Perez? Perez come out the pits just now. Oh, he might still come out ahead of us, unfortunately. Yeah, I think he is ahead of us. And on soft tires, that's an interesting strategy. Did he go medium, soft, and then to hards? Is going to be his strategy? Yeah, Perez, went soft, soft, and then I guess is going to go hard at the end. So I guess they had an extra set of soft tires that we don't.
We'll just focus on tire management.
Copy. Okay, copy.
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 Alright, let's see what we can do here. Bearman's pit window is in like 5 laps, I think.
Copy.
Yeah, we're in his pit window now. Actually doing pretty good on tire life. We're gonna go off high-risk curbs.
Yeah, copy.
Alonso's catching him rapidly, but also he's on soft tires. We're not even in the same fight there. Lawson is up in P7 now, so it's not looking too bad. Now probably is a good time to conserve a bit while we're not fighting anybody.
Increase lift and coast.
Copy.
Leclerc's got a bit of an issue up front.
Now there's been an issue in the pits.
Looks like neither Ferrari's pitted yet, so it looks like both Ferraris are most likely in a one-stop. Probably they're on mediums, right? Yeah, so I think they're basically doing the same strat as Bearman. In the medium to hard, one-stop. But I've seen everybody else pit pretty early, so I'm thinking it's looking like two-stop for a good number of other people. Now Norris comes into the pits, so that means Norris is probably also one-stopping. And now it is time for Bearman to do his one pit stop of the day. We're going to put him onto those hard tires, and then he's going to the end. And with Sonoda, Sonoda's now 18 seconds behind, which means Bearman is just going to drop down to 11th and then just see this race out from there, I guess. Let's see. 2.8, not bad, not bad. I'll take that. No mistakes or anything, just slightly slow.
currently P11. Ahead of you, Russell.
Alright, let's bring those tires up to temp.
Albon behind.
Just focus on managing the tires.
Copy.
Happy to back off.
Okay, copy.
You can reduce lift and coast if desired.
Copy.
Keep pushing on these tires.
Try to avoid the curbs.
Copy.
A little bit of lift off.
Copy.
Okay, we got Lando behind us. Lando's on much fresher hard tires. But yeah, I think Lando's one stopping, we're two stopping. So that's not even our fight.
If you can, we could use more management.
Copy. Okay, mate, copy. Copy.
Oh, but well, I didn't even think that he was going to be able to, Norris was going to get past us and then just fly away, but we've actually gotten back past him, and Alonso's now in this fight somehow as well. Looking at Verstappen and Perez battling for the lead, but Verstappen away fresher tires. Also Perez, I think at this point, Perez just trying to put in performances to secure a seat for next season. He's got to show off for either Alpine or Williams are his only options left. And there is always a chance, I mean, him and Holcomb are both, there's always a chance that either one or both of them retires after this season too.
We no longer need any lift off for fuel.
Copy.
We need to get these tires to last.
Copy.
Alright, let's use a bit of battery, see if we can somehow stay within these guys'
Behind.
DRS.
He is 10 seconds back.
So that'll give us a bit extra pace even if we're not fighting them directly.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Save the tires.
Copy.
Yeah, that works. We're almost in Lawson's pit window. Yeah, we're in P6. We're only 3 seconds off of 5th place. It's not looking too bad for us right now.
Copy.
Behrman's down in P11, but guys ahead are 2 stopping, so we'll find out towards the end of this race if the 1 stop does work out for Behrman ultimately. Right now, the 2 stops looking pretty solid for Lawson. Should be somewhere in that 6th, 7th, 8th. You know, regardless, points are points, especially with RB down 15th and 16th and big time struggling.
Alonso is the next car back.
And this may be like, you know, again, towards the end of the season, given that we really can't afford to be buying additional engine parts, there may be a race where both of these guys, we got to put really old engines on them and then just straight up just retire the car, just not even see out the race, because we've got the points we need to secure P6 if we can you know, see out a few more points in this race and then just make it to the end of the season. Oh!
There's a red
Oh! 15 laps to go, or somewhere around there. Red flag. Stroll seems to have had a... I'm not even sure if that's good or bad for us yet.
And while all that was
It's
happening,
actually... Oh, no. It has to be good for us because Lawson was about to pit in like 2-3 laps. So, I think that does come out at a good time for us. I think we got to go medium tires. Yeah, I think that's perfect. That's actually... He was literally a lap away from pitting, so... That's perfect for him. Behrman, on the other hand... Ooh, okay, so we still got 17 laps to go, and I don't know if soft tires would make it to the end. So do we just... Yeah, it's much worse for Behrman than it is for, I don't think Behrman's making 17 laps on soft tires work. But at this point, I don't really... Everybody's gonna be switching over to new tires. I think we just got to see this out with him on the hard tires, because I don't think the soft tires are going to make it to the end.
the restart is moments away.
All right.
The race continues.
Running it back in Vegas. Let's fucking go again.
And it's lights out. And away we
Whoa,
go.
whoa. Behrman gets a way better start than Lawson this time around.
No more lifting coast.
There you go. But it looks like Lawson 7th, Behrman 9th. We're actually in the same spots that we started the first...
overtake now.
The first start at the beginning of the race. We were 7th and 9th. Exact same spot.
And we do have an overtake available.
Copy.
Copy.
Happy to pick up the pace.
Okay, do your best.
He's vulnerable.
Alright, what's everybody else on? Oh, the guys in the front are all going onto soft tires. Or all have gone to soft tires. So they're going to be relatively weak at the end, I would think. Yeah, because I want to see fresh soft tires. Yeah, they're going to have to be... Because at standard pace, is going to be very marginal by the end. Yeah, they're going to have to manage these tires, the guys who pitted for these soft tires. It's not as bad as I thought. I think we could have made that work with Behrman. But this is definitely the safer bet. I think Lawson's in a really good position being on, having these mediums to go on to.
Keep this up. Currently in P9. Next car ahead is Alonso.
Ooh, okay. Real close there. Oh, we're already losing pace with Norris here.
So overtake is available.
Copy.
Yeah, Lawson, unfortunately, Lawson does not have that pace. Looks like we got Behrman up into P8 now, actually. And, oh, but he's drained all of his battery.
Mode charge.
Copy.
No more overtake.
Copy done.
So watch for debris.
Oh, who's crashed? Oh, I missed the replay. Someone else had a crash. Zhou and Ocon. Okay. I'm gonna go aggressive on the defense. See if Behrman can hold up cars behind for
We
us.
should be able to defend.
Copy.
Why is Lawson so slow on the medium tires? He should be quicker.
You'll have another chance to do something. Hamilton is the car behind you. Mode charge.
Copy.
Nice work. Next one is Alonso.
Looks like they are doing a pretty good job of managing their tires, though. And still having decent pace. Looks like, yeah. And I can't believe I have to watch this track for 9 more years.
Russell is the next car
I mean,
back.
I honestly, I kind of like it.
Gap to Russell 0.7.
Start to push more.
Interesting layout. I mean, it did make in last year's race. It did make for some. Oh, safety car. Not us, right? No, it looks like Sergeant. Safety car. Wait, where are we on track? Is there
Low
anything
charge.
we can do here?
Still follow your delta.
We're still way away from the pits lane.
Okay, suggest
If anything, maybe Behrman would drop down to. Oh no, we'd lose way too many positions. It's not worth it.
Sure what happened, but it
Sergeant's
seems
had a
like
big
it was
crash.
only
Now it's safety
Sargent.
car. Ten laps to go. Yeah, I think we'd lose too many positions by pitting. It's not worth it. But, I think it would have. Yeah, if we had put Behrman on the soft tires, it would have worked out. Piastri's actually pitting, but I think they had enough of a gap, the guys up front, that they could do something like that. We can't.
Battery is full.
Copy.
overtake available.
Copy.
Yeah, copy that.
Copy.
Alright, this should be an interesting few laps. Last year's best case scenario with the race, 38 degrees or whatever, is more normal. Ambient will make the braking zones boring. Leclerc's got a major mechanical fault. But 10 laps to go. Given how this game's gone so far, I think they should be able to survive that to the end of the race if they manage well enough. And Alonso. They've both developed major faults during the safety car.
Safety car will be coming
Alright,
in
safety
this
car is in. And we should
Get
just
ready
be able
for
to push
restart.
flat out.
Copy.
See, tire situation is looking not great for Behrman, decent for Lawson. Piastri
Use
on
a
brand new
overtake.
hard tires is
Copy.
in a decent position. Alright, safety car is in, and we're going to be racing here. Alright, Lawson on Alonso. Alonso managing a major problem. Alonso is definitely gettable. We've already got him on aggressive overtakes.
Alonso, the car.
We're giving him everything.
Gap to Alonso.
Oh,
0.2.
VSC?
Just do your best.
What the hell happened there? Oh my god, we just restarted and we've already got VSC conditions.
There's a VSC.
Ricardo crashed. Oh shit. Oh, thank you for the follow. How's it going? We've got a... Oh, okay. Into the wall, and that's Ricardo out. Which is good for us because the team... Oh, it's another... 2 red flags!
Red flag.
So everybody's going to go into soft tires.
Now we're down at turn
Oh,
9.
there were 2 crashes there. Okay. Okay, I was just saying, that Ricardo crash alone wasn't enough for a red flag. But okay, so we 2 guys crashed there bringing out the red flag. Because they 2 separate incidents they had to clear on the track. So, I mean, yeah, this is going to be everybody on softs to the end. That's our freshest set. And, oh, Behrman's got a brand new set. Okay. So, I'm going to assume everybody's going to go on soft tires. Everybody's going to have at least 87, 88% worn softs from qualifying that they can put on here. So, from here, anything can happen. I think it's like 5 laps to go to the end. Everybody on soft tires. Everybody with fuel and battery to push on, and I can't... Nope. I gotta pause, because they don't let me... I can't change this shit before restarting. That they need to add in. They need to add the option to actually be able to set, like you can at the beginning of the race, be able to set this shit before getting into the restart, so I can actually have everything on max push. Alright, here we go. Decent start. Great start for Lawson. Actually, he's already going to clear Alonso going into turn 1 by the looks of it. And then we got Behrman behind in P9. So we've cleared Alonso, who's managing an issue. I think Behrman should be able to do the same. Behrman's actually now the one on preferable tires. Given that he had a brand new set that he hadn't used in this race yet. And he is also going to clear Alonso here. And oh, shoo. Oh, whoa, whoa. That was very tight. Looked like Lawson made a bit of a lunge down there on Piastri to take P6 in this race.
Car ahead.
Now Behrman's gonna try to get him as well. We are climbing up the order here. Everybody basically the same tires, but Behrman's actually best out of everybody. Yeah, we could get a brilliant result out of this race. 5 laps to go, and Leclerc also with an issue. He's very gettable. P5 is very much on the cards here. And now we're on the main straight, and with... we don't even have DRS, just with a bit of battery, and we are already clear up into P5. We are cooking. Alright, we're going to bring down the battery, and once Behrman clears Leclerc, I'll also bring him down on battery. Just make the lunge. You got the inside line. You should be able to make the dive here. Don't let Piastri overtake you. Is Piastri right? Yeah, it is. Okay.
We are happy with management.
Ooh, and Behrman is going to make the move.
4 laps to go.
Good job, good job. Should be in P6.
Alright.
He is the car ahead of you.
And, yeah, Behrman's on much fresher tires, so we should let him through. And that's going to be Behrman P5, Lawson P6. I'm going to say go aggressive on the defense.
Stay in front of him.
Just make sure the guys behind don't overtake us. But I would hope that Leclerc with an issue might hold everybody up. And ooh, we got to manage our temps here. Go. Don't fight your teammate, actually. We cannot afford to have a crash here.
Car behind is Leclerc. Gap is 0.7.
This could be our best result of the season, a 5th and 6th. Do not fuck it up, guys.
I could do it.
need to avoid high-risk curbs.
3 laps to go.
Try to bring the temps down.
Nice one, Pierre.
Try to avoid the curbs. Copy box.
Oh my god, Piastri's gonna clear us both here. Behrman, I need you to get that back. Behrman, I need you to get that back. We got 3 laps to go. Cannot be doing that here.
Keep going.
Use some battery if you need to.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Go after him.
Copy.
And on the main straight here, I think we should get him back and got Behrman back up into P5 here.
Good job. Next car ahead is Perez.
Yeah, we gotta bring home these points. And Lost has actually dropped down to P8 now. I'm gonna need him to turn it back on.
He's vulnerable.
Yeah, copy. Copy. Copy.
I have not even been paying attention to who's in the lead. I'm fucking locked in trying to get these guys up into like P5 and P6, hopefully. Alright, with a bit of deploy, I'm going to try to close back up and see if we can get them
1.4 behind.
further up the field. I do not want Hamilton overtaking us here, though. Oh, shit.
Overtake is available.
Copy.
Alright, going down the main straight, it looks like... Yeah, Lawson's going to get Hamilton here. Good shit, good shit. Alright, let's see if we can close back up to Piastri.
Perez ahead. We should be able to defend.
Yeah, alright, we're within a second. Alright, looks like Sainz has just moved on to the final lap. This is going to be... Yeah, because we're up there. This is going to be final lap for us, too, which means... Just drain the battery. We gotta...
Overtake available.
Actually... Yeah, I think we gotta drain the battery here. Yeah, because he's already coming at us. He's already coming for us.
Anything can happen.
Alright, currently P6 and P7. We still could get this back, though. He's gonna fight it. Oh my god. This is...
Okay, good work.
Oh, stressful. Leclerc's issues dropped him down to 10th. Alonso's dropped him down to 16th. Didn't even notice. I'm literally just focused on whoever we are actively fighting in this race. We got Behrman. Okay, this is the long straight, though. This is where he might be a threat, but Lawson still got a bit of battery. I think could clear Piastri on this final big straight. Oh, but no, Piastri's going to go inside and get past Behrman instead. Oh, that's not good. And Lawson actually goes down the inside and actually goes down the inside on his teammate.
Don't worry.
Oh, boy. Oh, man.
Overtake.
Copy.
Is that the... Are we racing to the line here? This is to the line, I think.
Copy.
Oh, my God, is he going to... Oh, okay. Okay.
Flag.
Whew. After all that, P6 and P7, I was hoping for maybe a new best of the season in P5, but P6 and P7 is the best team result of the season for
Take this,
sure.
mate, thank you.
Oh my god.
Mate, once you're back at the pits,
That
remember to switch
that
the
was
car off.
kind of nuts. I was not expecting that this late in the season. That's 3 wins in a row for Max. He ended up beating Sainz to the line by 0.2 of a second, but Sainz is now P2 3 races in a row. So, yeah. Oh, wait, are you serious? I didn't even notice. Williams got points again? Oh shit! I did not even notice. Oh my god, our decision to sign Albon is looking better, better and better by the day. God damn. Okay, so we had Verstappen on pole, and Sainz got fastest lap. And then who joined them in the podium? It was Norris. Went from, he had a penalty. He qualified P2, I think, but then dropped down to 12th with an engine penalty. Ends up fighting back to P3 in this race. His first podium since Italy. Perez comes in P4. Piastri in P5. But yeah, it's the last three races have been a Verstappen, Sainz 1-2. Going into the next season, them being teammates, that is very interesting. And then we got Lawson in P6. Again, matching our best results from now Mexico City, Azerbaijan, and the Netherlands. And then Behrman in P7, by far his best result of the season. His previous best result was the 9th place he got in Monaco. So P7 is a real good way to, start to, wind down his one season with us. It's only one season, but, we get to end it on a bit of a high, getting this P7. P8 for Hamilton. Like we said, a P9 for Albon brings him and Williams up to 4 points. And effectively, I think that guarantees Williams P8 in the Constructors now, which is huge for them. Pretty huge for us as well, considering that we are bringing him in to replace Behrman next season in a much inferior car, only 2 places behind where our cars ended up. It's a great result for them. Russell ends up in P11. And then in P12, we have got Yuki Tsunoda. And again, RB not scoring points is even bigger for us. Hulkenberg in P13. And then Gasly P14 is a decent result for them, considering how bad they've been this season. 15th, we have got Bottas. Ocon in 16th. Magnussen in 17th. And then a load of DNFs from a bunch of mechanical issues. Crashes all around. And in the Drivers' Championship, we've now got Max on 487 points with another win today. Perez on 369. And Sainz actually now moves ahead of Leclerc in the championship on 339. While Leclerc is on... Oh, it's only 1 point behind at 338, but Perez is looking good to, pretty much ensure his P2 in the championship. A few races ago, it was looking like Leclerc might take that P2 in the championship away from Perez, but Perez has gotten back on pace, and or Ferrari have fallen off a bit. And now... And it looks like Norris now with his podium also moves back ahead of Piastri in championship. But that's also another fight that's only split by a point. The Ferrari and McLaren inter-team battles are both literally separated by 1 point going into these last 2 races. Sainz ahead of Leclerc by 1, and Norris ahead of Piastri by 1. So it'll be really interesting to see who wins those team battles. I think McLaren even more so than Ferrari, because Sainz is leaving next season, but Norris and Piastri, that inter-team rivalry will continue into next season, and who knows, maybe they can get a bit closer to the top 2 teams and start contending for championship, maybe? I'd like to see that. And then further down the field, we have got 8 points for Lawson, moving him to 49. He's now only 2 points behind Hamilton in the championship, so there is still a small chance that Lawson ends up finishing this season in the top 10. And meanwhile, Behrman actually now finally, we've been hoping this could happen before the end of the season. Behrman, with his 6 points today, moves ahead of Ricciardo up into P13 in the championship. So that's beautiful to see. And then Albon as well is now on 4 points on the season. I forgot to log his points from, Mexico City. I forgot to add him on to our Drivers' Championship standing. So we've got Albon on the board now too. Along with Magnussen, I forgot, also picked up that 1 point in Mexico City, so we can add him on here as well. And then in the Constructors' battle, 37 points for I keep on almost saying RB. It gets confusing now. Why are their names so similar? I think... At this point, I'm not sure at what point it happened, if it was this race or one of the last couple races, but I think at this point we can pretty much say RB have secured the constructors. They're now almost 200 points ahead of Ferrari. I think if they didn't clinch it in the last race, they definitely have in this one. We pick up 14 points total, moves up to 60 points. So we are now, I think, 100% safe from the threat of RB behind, with now having a 27-point gap ahead of them. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking real good. And there you have it. You can see now we're finally starting to really establish a bit of a buffer on RB behind us. And yeah, that's what our championship looks like going into the last 2 races. Damn, the pit stops have just keep on dropping and dropping. We had a 2.5, and I thought that'd be enough to get us in the top 10. It wasn't. 2.5, 2.4 is not good enough. Earlier in the season it would have been, but not anymore. But these next couple races I think is where it starts to get tough because we've got no engines left. At least for Behrman. By the time we get to Abu Dhabi, we might not have an engine left for Lawson either. And that's money we don't have in the budget. Yo, but we're... Alright, well that's a bit more money in the budget. But actually, I mean, I keep on saying budget. That's not what I'm concerned about, the cost cap, not the budget. We actually have enough money. The problem is we only have 6.6 mil left in the cost cap. Let's see. Yeah, Oldie in the middle has Pokemon Go on his phone? I'm not sure what you mean. There were 3 managers on the screen? Oh, okay. Talking about who? Was it Fred Vasseur? Let's see, how much is it going to cost to get us a new underfloor? 400k? It'll come in 8 days. Okay. Not going to rush it. I say... it'll come in 5 days. I don't even think it's worth it to take that money out of the budget. I think we just put Behrman on the old underfloor to make this work to the end of the season. So we just don't have to spend that money. Yeah, because then we have 2 of each, so that works. We can have 2 on one car, 2 on the other car. Lawson's the one who's here for the long haul, so he gets the newer underfloor. Front wing, we're still okay. Chassis, I think 3 is still fine for now. For everything else, 3 should get us the end of the season. If not, in Abu Dhabi, we'll just put an older spec of whatever we're running out of parts on whoever needs them. But all right, sponsor plan time. No, I was concerned that we were going to go to the end of the season and break our cost cap, but it looks like there is a chance still. Design Center doesn't matter. We're not using it right now. Wind Tunnel also, I guess, doesn't matter. We're not using that right now either. There is a chance that we still make it to the end of the season without breaking the cost cap, which I really thought it was going to happen. It was just going to be like mitigating at the very end. Scouts, I mean, What is that? That still doesn't meet our target. We can do CFD simulator because we're not using that either, I guess. I know it's old news, but BBL Drizzy. I liked that whole beef was just, oh my god, what a time. I remember seeing some of the reactions of like the content creators when that shit came out. But the one I remember especially was when Kendrick dropped what was the track? He dropped that one track, I forget which one it was, and then he dropped the follow-up one literally I think the next day or like later that day. And I remember people like freaking out, like they were like just like streaming, and then like people were just in their chat like, he dropped another song, Meet the Marshall. Yeah. That was, yeah, that was the, like, I remember it was, people were listening to, it was like, I remember seeing the YouTube videos of people like comparing people's reactions, like it'd show like one like specific content creators, like them reacting to the Drake song, like yeah, and having like a good time and like vibing with it, and then just cuts to them reacting to that song, and they're just like, no words, just mouth open, just in shock at the fucking things this dude was saying. Yeah, or bro just tore into this guy's entire life, his family. Bro like directly addressed his like illegitimate daughter in the song. It was fucking nuts. Yeah, minced meat, not beef. And what was it? Everybody being like, oh, J. Cole is like so fucking relieved that he just like did not get any further involved in this shit. He's just like, I'm letting these two duke it out, and no wiser decision has ever been made to back out of a battle like that. I want to see before we get into this race weekend if Alpine or Williams have signed anyone. Don't come to school. Yeah, literally. Has Paris gotten Paris still doesn't have a seat for next season. Neither does Stroll. Oh yeah, I forgot. Stroll also doesn't have a seat next season. We know Magnus is going to RB. Hulkenberg doesn't have a contract. Ricardo we know is going to Aston. Joe we know is going to Haas. Ward is like the highest non F1 driver in the game, I think, at 79. He doesn't have a deal, nor does Awasa. Sargent's at Haas next season. Is Behrman? No. I'm really hoping, even though we're letting Behrman go, I do really like him, and I really hope that Williams or Alpine pick him up. Even though we're not having him on our team next season. Duin, I also would like to see at Alpine, given that he is their like top F2 driver. But yeah, I'm not seeing anyone else. That's everyone we have scouted that we could figure out. So as of now, those two Alpine seats and that one Williams seat still remain unknown as who's going to fill them next season. And once again, we'll go 12th and 13th as a target. And we'll get into, I guess, sprint race weekend. So we'll see how we manage that.
Our calendar brings us to the...
I mean, I've always liked Kendrick's music, and I've never been a fan of Drake. And I'm just happy to see that those opinions have aged well. Okay. Well, we gotta put the old parts on for the practice. And we gotta put the fresh parts back on for the race. Whatever, it's one practice session. Behrman's even yeah. This is not looking good for Behrman these last couple races. We gotta find a way to stretch what we've got left here as far as powertrain allocation to oh my god. All right. Sprint qualifying. I think I'm just gonna sim through sprint and just go to the feature race. We'll go. At least we've got engines. Because engine's gonna be the biggest expense if we can't make that last. I think the other ones we could manage 1 or 2 parts if we need it, but the engine's the one that's 5 mil. We cannot afford to have to replace an engine. Because that will destroy our cost cap. The final race in Abu Dhabi, at least one of these guys, more likely Behrman's going to retire with the mechanical issue because this is all we got left. 50, 40, and 42% wear on his last parts of the year. So we're going to simulate to the sprint. Let's see where we qualify for the sprint.
Well, it's a different...
Yeah, it looks like it's mediums. Where'd they qualify? 8th and 12th, not bad. Okay. How did we do in the sprint? We had Lawson in P10 and Behrman in P12. Okay. About what I expected, honestly. I don't think this circuit really favors us. There's only the one straight, and we kind of need straight line speed to really get anything. Lawson's ERS is not looking great. Behrman's ERS and engine are not looking great, but I think they should both survive to the end of this weekend. Now we'll get into the full feature race qualifying.
Track is green.
I don't even know why I'm bothering to check for rain. It's again. Also, this is the first time I think I'm racing at Qatar because this track was also not on F1 Manager 22. Yeah, we'll go 2 laps.
Currently P3.
Okay, okay.
We think
I
this
mean,
is good.
none of the top cars have gone out yet. I mean, oh, Verstappen's lap time is
Push
not
all the
good.
way in, so we'll push until the pit lane.
Copy.
We do our 1 lap. I mean, let's see where everybody else ends up with. By the time we get to 4 minutes left in the session, we'll see where everybody else is if we need to go out again with either guy. I think Behrman should definitely be safe. Lawson's actually the one who needs to go out again this time out. Yeah. Behrman is definitely safe. Lawson's the one who needs to get a good lap in here to avoid the drop. Oh, Lawson is... Uh-oh, that's not good. Lawson, I think, is stuck in some traffic. He's lost... He's not improving, but, actually... Oh, I think we're still safe, actually. No one behind is improving either. Okay. That was... Ooh. Close, but, we're still through. We're still through. That's all that matters. Leclerc is going to be taking a penalty this race.
We should have the green light now.
Okay, not bad. Maybe a little bad. It's 1.8 and 2.3. Yeah, I think we expected... This is one of those trucks where I think we expected to struggle a bit more than we have been in recent races. But I mean, hey, everybody set a lap time, and we're still both guys in the top 10. Let's see. But I think this time out, we definitely do need to do a final lap with both guys to ensure that, because I'm seeing a Ferrari and a Aston down in the drop zone will most likely improve before the end of the session. The Williams seem to have taken a bit of a step forward. I mean, Albon's been getting these results, and it looks like they have to have had some improvements, because now they're getting both guys into Q2. All right, one more lap. See if we can get these. Yeah, Behrman's down in the drop zone now, so Behrman will definitely need a better lap. Lawson most likely still will. He's only 3/10 away from drop zone. Lawson goes up into P8. Behrman. Oh, I didn't even notice. Behrman went out first, so he is out in P12. So that's going to be a Q2 elimination for Behrman, and once again, a decent bit off of Lawson's pace, and that's kind of what I was talking about in the last qualifying session back in Vegas, where it's like, you know, like sometimes maybe, you know, being a few tenths off is going to be enough to, you know, still get into Q3, only be a couple places behind his teammate, but at other times, those few tenths is the difference between making it into Q3 and just getting knocked out completely. And that's kind of what's happened here.
Okay, that's the green light now.
I'll just get him out first, so make sure he'll be the guy who gets clean air. Oh, but he's going to hit all this traffic, so I don't know how good this lap's actually going to be. I don't know what that is. I got to see where everybody else goes. Okay, yeah, no, it's not a good lap. But that was also on used tires. Now we'll give him a fresh set. I just want to make sure we have one fresh set for the race in case we need it. And Paris has got a mechanical fault. Alright. Let's see what we can do on our final flying lap here in Qatar. We're going to see an improvement in the first sector. 27 zeros, still about 6/10 off of Verstappen's best. Let's see. The gaps are decently large here. I think 7th is probably the best we can hope for. 29.5. We're seeing improvements. I don't know how much of an improvement it's going to be. Yeah, I think the best we can do. Hamilton doesn't improve, so we're going to be at least 9th. I think this is the final corner here. Yep. Coming down the main straight. Last lap. Can we get ahead of the Aston Martins? We can. Okay. P7. Let's see. They're behind us. Let's see what they can do. It's going to be Stroll first. Everybody's going to cross the line here. This whole pack is bunched up together. How is Stroll doing on his lap? He's going to cross the line. And not going to improve. Alonso's the last one who can possibly knock us down a peg here. And he is going to... Oh! Up in a P6. So it's going to be P8 and P12 for the race tomorrow. And, yeah, Paris had some sort of big mechanical issue, so he ended up not being able to improve. He's down in P7 in the Red Bull. Alright, we're looking at a 2-stop race. We do have we have no fresh mediums. We do, oh, because of the sprint, we have no mediums, but we do have 2 fresh sets of hard tires. That looks like that's definitely going to be the way to go. Yeah, I think that's really the only thing we can do without a fresh set of mediums. Does Behrman? Oh, Behrman does have a fresh set of mediums, though. So with Behrman, we have a bit more stretch that we can work with. Lawson doesn't have a fresh set, so this is all we can do with him. But with Behrman, could do... Oh, Toast and Shrimstram, welcome in. Yes, Season 1 finale time. We got 2 races left to go. You are in time for the finale. We've got 3 races, Vegas, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi. We did Vegas. We actually got our best result of the season with a P6 and P7 team result anyways. And then now we're about to get into the Qatar race, and then we've got one more in Abu Dhabi to close out Season 1. And also for you guys just joining us, the big news for us and our team today is that we have... I'll pull up our standings in the championship. Actually, I didn't update this. But Behrman... The points aren't accurate because I didn't update this. But Behrman, with the P7, is now ahead of Ricardo in P13 championship. Lawson is on 49 points. Hamilton's on 51. So Lawson is now only 2 points behind Hamilton for P10 in the Drivers' Championship. And in the Constructors' Championship, with the 14 points from the P6 and P7 in Vegas, we're now on 60 points. RB had another shit race. That's 3 in a row without any points. After the summer break, actually, they were looking real dangerous in the first half of the season. Coming back from summer break, I'm only noticing now, they scored 2 points in the Netherlands and 4 points at Circuit of the Americas. And that's been their entire points all second half of the season. And we have really managed to pull away now with our consistent performances. And so now we have a 27-point gap. So we are very much chilling in P6 of championship. I think we're effectively safe here, unless somehow RB find a way to win these last 2 races. Yeah. But yeah, you can see prior to Vegas, our best team result of the season was Azerbaijan, where we got 9 points. And I think that was that was Lawson P6 and Behrman P10. But then Vegas with the P6 and P7 and 14 points is by far our best race of the season now. So yeah, we're looking real good in terms of the championship. And so from here on, we can just kind of vibe, and we're chilling. This strat looks a bit marginal. 14 points in Vegas. Yeah. 14 points in Vegas is really good. Thinking. Maybe we go. What is Liam is starting on the soft, so we could do split strategies by. Yeah, I think this will work. We start Behrman on the mediums, and then he can stay out until lap 20. We'll bring in Lawson earlier at lap 14. I think this is a good way to split the strats here and see what we can manage. Only other thing that's a bit concerning is that Behrman's engine parts, I'll show you in a second, are very low now, like dangerously low. I mean, Lawson's ERS is actually also a concern at 38%, but Behrman, any one of these parts could have an issue in this race. Engine, 47%. I think we'll be okay there. But the ERS and gearbox are on 38 and 39%, so a bit of a concern there. We'll definitely have to manage. Yeah, who's ready for second to last race of the season, the Qatar Grand Prix? Also, NG, welcome in, just pulled up. Hell yeah. Damn, we got everybody's pulling up now. I mean, you come at a good time, just in time for a race. We got two more. Yeah. Oh wait, did I even? I think I started this train of thought and then I might have forgotten it. Or I might just be repeating myself here. But for those who just came in, we have made the decision at the beginning of the stream that we signed a big deal for 2025. Alex Albon is going to be coming to our team for next season. He's going to be taking Behrman's seat. So next season is going to be Lawson and Albon for our team. So I'm very excited. We're going to think we needed an experienced driver for season 2. This is the new F1 Manager 24, and lights out and away we go. And Lawson up in P8, Behrman down in P12. We're losing position to the Aston Martin. We are unfortunately on the inside line, and looks like we're gonna lose a position here. Behrman also lost position, so both guys dropping down a bit here at the start of the race. Not a great start.
Maximum fuel saving.
But well, we'll see. Gotta leave to eat soon, so I'm not staying too long. Alright. It is what it is. Thanks for whatever amount of time you stick around for. I appreciate. But yeah, let's see. I mean, I think going into this race, I just expected that this was going to be a much bigger struggle. Is that us? Oh, not us. That's Alonso. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's a free position, and I will take that shit. Thank you very much. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I mean, the reason Vegas worked out so well for us is because they've got the two massive straights, and our car's big advantage is the straight line speed. A track like this, it's a lot more twisty, different types of turns, and only one straight. We're not gonna probably go around as well. So we'll see. Yeah, exactly. Behrman did well, but I think season 2 we need to bring in a little extra firepower to really balance out our team.
Car behind Hulkenberg.
Temps are high, so I'm gonna go avoid high-risk curbs on both of them, I think. Yeah, I mean, you can see, yeah, the top 6 have already, it's been 3 laps, you can see they've already pulled. That top 6 is already 6 seconds away from 7th place. This is more what we've been familiar with this season. But yeah, I think, yeah, so just kind of recap all the stuff we were talking about when we were making that decision, basically. I mean, as you can see in the championship, which I actually can pull up here, We've got Lawson on, as it stands, 51 points to Behrman on 11 points for the season. So, you know, big difference there as far as their, you know, how they've each respectively been doing over the course of this season.
Increase lift and coast.
Behrman is just in qualifying, we've seen it, consistently been decently off the pace of his teammate. And it's... I mean, there's times where, and it's been more than a few instances, where Behrman is being out-qualified by his teammate by, like, 7-8 tenths. And it's, you know, it's a big margin, which, you know, ultimately affects the race. But then also on top of that, he's just made so many more mistakes throughout the season as far as just in the race. He's had more crashes through, you know, individual error, going wheel to wheel with other cars and having collisions.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Yeah, and it's, you know, I think first season having two rookies in the car, seeing who ultimately does better is good, and then I think, you know, then making the decision of who is looking the better of the two drivers to invest in the long term and develop them, and then bring in an experienced driver to kind of balance out that inexperience, and have someone who is, and we're going to bring in Lawson because we're already at that point in the race, because I think with us, you know, there's not as much for us to do in this race, since we're struggling a bit more here. But yeah, we'll bring him in.
Reduce lift and coast if desired.
But yeah, it's just not amazing, not great. But yeah, so the hope is that we'll bring in Albon and he will, you know, be able to be as, if not more, competitive than Lawson. It'll give us a benchmark to kind of see where Lawson's at compared to a more skilled, more experienced teammate. Yeah. I think it could work out very well for us. I really like Albon. I think he's a good driver. You know, he's been down at the back of the field with Williams for a while now, and the best he's managed is that one season, I think was it last year or the year before, where they were P7 in the championship. But other than that, he's just, you know, been toiling away at a bottom of the field team for a while, and I think it's time we give him a shot in a strong, you know, midfield car. Behrman's in his pit window now. So we're just gonna go max aggression here. Actually, I think he's got a lot of life left in these tires. I think we can delay the pit stop a bit. We'll try and overcut with him.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself, yeah.
Alright, now we're gonna pit him. And we're just pushing these tires. 2.7, not terrible. And where's that gonna put him? He's gonna be in P13. Sonoda is on older hard tires. Lawson, slightly older hard tires than Hamilton. Yeah, the pace is just unfortunately not really there today. As far as mechanical issues, though, we're still looking okay so far. Nothing to be too concerned about just yet. it's just across the courses. You can even see now, like, how, far off Loss and Bearman is in this race alone. As long as we get 12th and 13th, we get our payout, so. Now let's see. Sonoda is, struggling a bit more. I think we should be okay to pull a gap to him. Use a bit of battery so he doesn't get DRS in the next straight. Yeah, now we're good. Alonso pits, he's behind us, but I think... Yeah, Lawson's gonna come in soon anyways. Oh, and Magnussen is retiring. Magnussen's got a big problem. Magnussen, again, going to RB next season. That's gonna be... Yeah, in this game, like someone said in the last room, like, RB just basically said, like, in this game, it's like, you can't really keep them affiliated to Red Bull, so they're just like, in this game, you just kind of have to, like, see them as, like, they've just, gone, fuck it, we're our own team now. Stroll with the big issue is now behind us, so that's gonna help us out.
Okay, copy that.
Let's see, actually, I might do the same thing with him, see if I can use a bit of battery to build a second gap, and then we don't have to worry about him. Not gonna work out the same way though. I mean, oh, he just pitted. Okay, so I thought he fell behind us just because he had an issue, but no, he just pitted. So I don't think that issue is gonna be. I mean, we'll see how much it slows him down, really. Is it? Yeah, it's time for Lawson to pit, anyways.
He does have DRS.
That's going to put Lawson down into, P12. I think, this is basically just going to be P11 and P12 to the end now. Yeah, Tsunoda's whole pit stop behind us now, basically.
Keep an eye on these tires.
I think we're just going to turn.
Copy.
We don't even need to conserve that much yet, and but I'm just gonna do this just because turning the engines down is gonna help us with just like trying to conserve what little life we have left in these engines for that last race, and we don't really have any fight here. I mean, ultimately, the only thing that really change our fortunes here is if Stroll's issue becomes a bigger one and retires. And actually, Zhou is also retired now, and I was talking in the last room about how even though Zhou was, big crash. Oh, what happened? Leclerc and, one of the Red Bulls. I was hoping for a much bigger crash and to see at least one of these guys DNF.
And for the crew watching on in the...
That they said big crash. I was expecting big crash. I did not get big crash, so I'm a bit disappointed there.
So watch for debris.
There's a yellow flag now.
Another crash. Hülkenberg and Tsunoda. Oh. Okay. Bearman is about to pit. We're gonna go attack.
Let's give it everything you got.
Copy.
And he should, he's going to come out ahead of Tsunoda. Just hold on to that. Oh, actually, Tsunoda's going to come out right in front of him, actually. That's not
We're currently P30.
ideal.
Ahead of you, Tsunoda.
Just give him everything, so just to clear him real quick.
14 laps to go.
Bro, Sonoda is on a completely... Okay, yeah. What do you... How are you gonna let this guy fuck up your race? Come on, man.
The race is not over.
Yeah, understood.
Confirm we need some liftoff.
Yeah.
Mode push.
Copy.
Come on, Bearman. Get up in a P12.
No more
Stay ahead of him.
Copy.
Mode charge.
Copy.
There we go. Now turn the engine down. And yeah. We're chilling from here on out. We got Russell and Stroll ahead, both with big issues. If one or both of them drops out, that means points for us. But if not, it's looking like we're just going to settle for P11 and a P12 here. We're going to hit our financial targets to get our payouts, but yeah, not... I mean, yeah, again, we just expected to struggle more at this race. You motherfucker!
I'm okay.
Yep, understood.
We've got a yellow flag here.
Yellow flag.
We just needed to... We've got...
Copy.
We're playing it safe. We got the engines turned down, and now I need you to turn them back up and reestablish this gap, dude, because that's not what we want to see.
Copy.
We need more lift and coast.
Warm the fronts.
Alright, it doesn't look like... Looks unlikely that Russell or Stroll's issue is going to become terminal at this point.
Max Verstappen over the
Okay.
finish line, and today's
So
winner.
that's going to be 4 wins in a row for Verstappen at the end of this season. We got one more to go. Leclerc, P2, gets back in the podium for the first time since Circuit of the Americas. Spent 3 races without a podium, but before that he had won 3 in a row. So Ferrari, but I mean, actually not Ferrari, Leclerc in particular, because Sainz has been P2 these last 3 races and now P3. So just for some reason, last 3 races Leclerc has just fallen off massively. Again, there was a point where it looked like he was going to overtake Perez for P2 in the championship, but that does not look like it's going to happen anymore. Alonso P7.
Park firmly, we can switch off.
And also, I don't remember if I've talked about this, but at some point in these last few races, Verstappen's clinched the Drivers' Championship. I mean, you
That
know,
was a difficult race for us today.
nobody really
Thanks.
does it.
Mode end.
It doesn't matter when it happened. Mexico, Sao Paulo, Vegas, Qatar. It happened at some point. He clinched it, and you know, it is what it is. It's Verstappen dominance. Let's hope one of these other fucking teams changes that next year. Because I'd like to give you guys more exciting fights at the top that isn't just Verstappen winning most of the races and there being no title fight whatsoever. Hopefully our team can give you guys an exciting title fight in the future. Like we said, we've got Lawson up in 11th, Behrman in P12, but also this is what I've been talking about, which is the mistakes. Like, you know, it was... Yeah, Max Verstappen. Like I've been talking about, you know, we were, you know, fighting for P12 there, but if we were a few places higher and we were fighting for points, and Behrman makes a spin like that, you know, here we don't give a shit because we weren't fighting for points anyways, and the difference between 12th and 13th doesn't affect us in any way. But if we were in a fight for points and he makes a spin like that, and then Tsunoda picks up the pace and gets past him, you know, that could be a hit to our championship, because I am very much I'm anticipating next year to be very much more competitive than this season. So yeah, I think making the move to bring Albon into our team for next season is definitely the right one. And Hulkenberg in 20th. And then DNS for Zhou Guanyu and Magnussen. And yeah, I think I talked about this back in Sao Paulo, that Zhou Guanyu had gone the entire season without a DNF, one of the few drivers to do so. And definitely the only driver from the bottom half to do so. And now at the end of the season, we've seen him DNF twice in a row, so I might have jinxed him there. Sorry. Actually, Piastri, Sainz, Leclerc, and Perez have all not had a DNF this season, so Ferrari reliability is solid. Not a single Ferrari DNF the entire season. In fact, not a single Ferrari non-points finish the entire season. So IRL Williams might have one of the best. Yeah, no, seriously, Sainz and Albon is a ridiculously strong lineup for the IRL Williams team. Like, out of all the midfield teams, they definitely have the strongest lineup. So if they can bring a decent car next season, they should be in a fight for, you know, maybe P6 or 7 in the championship, I'd like to think. I mean, I'd like to think they could do even better. Make things real interesting and start, you know, challenging the top 5 teams. And it was Sainz on pole, actually. Yeah. And then Norris with fastest lap. So in the Drivers' Championship, that's going to bring Max above the 500 marker, up to 519. And then Paris is going to be on 383. Leclerc moves back up into P3 in the championship on 364. So he'd need a 19-point swing in Abu Dhabi to make that P2 in the championship happen for him, so it seems unlikely at this point. Hamilton's on 55, and Russell is on 69 for the season. Norris is on 288, while his teammate Piastri is on 285. Fernando Alonso is on 83 points for the season. He seems to have best of the rest outside the top 3 teams. Alonso seems to have wrapped up now a whole 14 points ahead of Russell in P8. Stroll is on 64 points in P9. And then a bit further down the order, it's yeah, the top 10 finish in the points, so it's pretty much everybody holding station further back. And yep, so I think I have to make one more extension on this chart here. Last one I've had to extend it a couple times for Verstappen. And there we have it. That McLaren battle is still looking fierce. Last race of the season, Norris is 3 points ahead of Piastri. So we'll see who ends out this season as the #1 McLaren driver. Team standings. Again, RB are just... I'm going to have to extend that one as well. Shit, because they just cracked 902. 41 points for Ferrari, 32 for McLaren. Aston Martin pick up 12 points, and Mercedes only pick up 7. So their lead for P4 in the championship now is decent. I think that's 23 points. And again, no... just those top 5 teams score points, so everybody else in the back is just holding station. Yeah, I gotta make one more extension to this one as well. We're gonna go to 1,000 said, 1,000 on this one, which is kind of nuts. Because I've been doing this a while, and it's rare that we have to have this graph at 1,000. Back in, yeah, DRC, you know, it usually goes to about 800, 700, 600. Yeah, have I ever had one that needed to go to 1,000 before? Yeah, all these championships are, yeah, somewhere around 700, 800, usually. Some of them as low as 600 is like the, you know, the max on my constructors graphs. Yeah, I've never had to make one of these graphs where the constructors graph goes all the way up to 1,000, not even 900. So that just shows you how fucking dominant Red Bull have been in this first season in this game. We hit our payout targets. So yeah, I'm really hoping that with all of these team changes, reg changes next season, I mean, they're minor reg changes next season. It's major reg changes for Season 3, 2026. But still, even with the minor reg changes, also with all these team changes going on, Hamilton going to Ferrari, I hope that they can shake up the top of the order with and maybe have a more interesting season at the top and not have Red Bull winning so much. I'd really like that, please. But anyways, we are now gonna move on to, I know the ERS is in poor condition. What the fuck you want me to do about? I know the cost cap is almost at the limit. I know that. I know all this already. You have to keep telling me. The ERS is in poor condition because we don't have any money. I know we're at the cost cap limit. I'm not getting a new ERS because I know at the cost cap limit. We are no longer allowed to design or manufacture any new car parts until next year. Great. Wasn't doing that anyways. Staff changes. We have Pat Fry locked down until 26, Dirk De Beer locked down until 27, John Howard locked down until 26, and Alex Chan locked down until 2025, and Julian Rouse until 2027. So we've got everybody locked down until at least next season, if not longer. Lawson is with us until 26, Albon's with us until 27, then we've got affiliate drivers Swindle Caldwell and Abby Pulling. And once we get our increased budget next season, I'm hoping to sign a couple F2 and F3 talents to our academy, or what's it, affiliate program. Let's see what the we haven't looked at this in a while. Let's see what the F2 championship was like. Excuse me, if what the F2 championship was looking like. So it looks like, ooh, Kimi Antonelli has clinched the Drivers' Championship in Formula 2. I don't have him scouted right now. I was gonna see if he's got a spot for next season. But yeah, Kimi Antonelli, P1 in the championship. Hadjar P2, Crawford P3. Hauger is P7 in the championship and doesn't have a team affiliation. So if that stays the same next season, Paul Aaron P8 too. So Hauger or Aaron, we could bring one of those guys into our academy since it seems like nobody else wants them. We'll take them. And then we got a decent... Okay, so top few guys are Ferrari and Red Bull, but starting from P6 down is a good number of guys who do not have affiliations with Formula 1 teams. Looks like Christian Mansell seems to be the best of those guys further down. Fornaroli. Okay. So these will be interesting guys to look at next season for bringing in some affiliates and starting to build out our affiliate program just a bit. Let's see. Cost cap, he said we're at like 4.5 mil left. Yeah. So at this point, we just could not, even if we wanted to, should not spend the 5 mil on a new engine. Pit crew summary. And go for pit stop time. It's not amazing, but it's overall trending a bit downwards. I mean, you can see these last 3 races, I think, are the lowest average pit stop times we've had all season, so that's promising. See, are there any parts we need to worry about going to Abu Dhabi? No, I think we're all okay. I mean, engine parts is going to be our big concern. Bro, yeah, my hair is just all over the place today. Shit will not stay in place. Alright, what you got for me? Okay. Yep, so this is what our championship looks like going into the final race of the year. Red Bull just it's been a ridiculous season for Red Bull. Ferrari P2, McLaren P3, pretty much on lock. Mercedes would need a brilliant result to get that P4 back in the championship. Same goes for RB to get back past us. I mean, 43-53. I mean, I think at this point we've basically got it's a 27-point gap. It would take a fucking miracle for us to, you know, lose P6 in the championship now. I think we've basically got it down, and the goal was to have it locked down by this point in the season, because there is a chance we need to retire one or both guys, because we're just not going to be spending money on an engine today. And with how bad the engines are, I'm just going to set the target at 14th and 15th. Maybe we just, you know, turn the engines down and just try to trudge through this race and just see it out at the end. Who knows, but you know, we've done the hard work to get to this point in the season, to have this luxury position of being able to kind of coast through these last couple races without really needing to you know, really push for a result and having to take big risks, like, you know, you know, going over the cost cap just for the sake of getting a new engine in, purely because we want to see, you know, or purely because we really need a result out of this weekend. We can just, yeah, actually, I think Lawson could be fine. We'll put this, we can actually leave that one because the 65% engine we'll use is the one we'll use for the race. We'll put this one on, we'll use a 35% one in the race. And then we've got a 43%, so we'll leave this one on as well. So Lawson we're actually pretty fine on, aside from ERS. And that ERS might even make it through the weekend intact. Yeah, this is what I'm concerned about. The 44% engine is the best one we have left. That's the one we're going to have to use for the race. 35%, that's the one we're going to have to use for the race. 35% on the ERS. And 36% of the gearbox we're going to have to use for the race. We're going to have to use these fucking 17 and 13% gearboxes for the practice sessions. But hey, setup's looking great. Making minor tweaks. given the condition that Lawson's car is in, I still do think that there is a chance. It's not a big chance, but I still think there is a chance we could, you know, get a couple more points on his points tally for the season here. My gearbox is fucking dead. It's still better than the other one, though, so we're going to leave it on for this last practice session. (92, 93% confidence, not bad. Like I said, we have relatively decent engine, looks good. 65% is not bad at all. We can definitely work with that. Here are some slightly concerned about. Gearbox is okay. I honestly thought we would not even make it this far. I thought these parts would be just so bad that I'd need to take a penalty, but I think we are going to just about survive financially here. But Jesus Christ, look at the condition that Behrman's car is in right now. But it's our last qualifying session of Season 1, so let's get into it and see what we can manage, given the circumstances.
And that should be the green light now.
Alright. Let's see those car go out for one more qualifying session. It is we did a fantastic job with delivery. It looks so good.
P1.
Oh?
We're currently
Red flag it, red flag it. End the session now.
good place.
Call it. Call it. We're P1 and P2. End the session now. Damn, I knew it was too good to be true. Now, we'll put these fresh sets on. We'll see. I don't... Actually, we're looking pretty okay here. I don't think we actually need to even go out again. Yeah, we're all good. Yeah, so, oh, and Verstappen and Stroll, and, I assume at least someone else at the bottom of the field is going to be taking engine penalties. Points are still on for this last race of the season. We could still end on a high with some points.
Recharge on, and we can go recharge on, and we'll box this lap.
Not bad lap times, especially considering we set these lap times on old used tires. These are the tires I think we did the 2-lap run on. Now we'll have have a 1 lap run on a fresh set
Pit lights
on
when
each
they're
guy.
Come stop on the marks.
And we just wait until the end of the session to send them out for one more run. Sergeant had a crash that brought out a red flag by the looks of it. Ooh. Williams crashing at Abu Dhabi. It's gonna give some people PTSD. We were chill. We were waiting. We're still waiting. I ain't got nothing to do until the end of the session. Yo, fag, Piastri's got damage.
Sure what's happened there.
Piastri's crashed. That's not good for him. It's good for us. I'll take that. Ooh, we got Lawson out just ahead of the McLarens. Good shit. Behrman's got a okay clean air. Oh no, he's good. The other guys came in. Alright, oh, we do not improve, actually. Oh, but it's still good enough. Because Hamilton and Norris are both out in Q2. Actually, Piastri's the one who had damage, but I guess he was able to get into the pits and fix it in time. Because he's through into Q3 and Norris is not. Neither RB is. And Hamilton and Albon also out in Q2. Let's see, Stroll and Verstappen are going to take penalties. Sonoda as well. Ocon, Hulkenberg, Zhou, and Magnussen. Okay. So, even though this is what the grid currently is, it's going to be shuffled up even more, because it looks like a lot of people are taking penalties, and we're just going to... I think we could afford to put, like, maybe a gearbox on Behrman, but it's not even... Is it even worth it? Again, I'll just use the used tires so we can save a fresh set for the race in case we need them, because you never know.
Okay, so the green light is now.
Let's see what we can do. I didn't think we'd get both guys into Q3 on this track, but here we are. Let's see how good we can get this.
Pit limiter enabled. You can stop on your pit stop position.
Alright, here we go. Behrman's going to cross the line. His final qualifying lap is going to be good enough for 8th on the grid as it stands. Lawson is coming around the final couple corners. Let's see. Perez is going to go on provisional pole. We got Lawson crossing the line and is going to improve but stay P6. So as it stands, P6 and P9 is our final qualifying of the year. Sainz, though, can still drop us down a position. He's just coming around now. Leclerc is 600th off pole. Sainz is 5th. So we are going to start our final race of the season in 7th and in 10th. So not bad considering where we're at right now performance-wise. That's pretty good. And yeah, points definitely still on for this last race of the season. So we can still give it everything and see what we can come away with. Why do they call it oven when you in the cold food and out hot eat the food? I don't know. I mean, yeah. Let's just start calling them an out hot. I think we should do that. we got 2 fresh sets of medium tires on both guys by the looks of it. Yeah, okay. Don't like starting on hard tires though. Don't like the look of the one stop. I think that's got to be it. Yeah, I think maybe we do something like that. Starting, oh, with the, so we were starting 7th and 10th, but with those grid penalties a bunch of other cars took, we are now 6th and 8th. Okay. The big question is, does Behrman survive to the end of this race? Does anybody want to gamble on that? Look at Behrman's engine parts. I don't know if they survive to the end of this. Let's see if I can make a prediction here. Why is it? There we go. All right, chat. I just got it. Go bet some channel points. So Behrman's engine, ERS, and gearbox are all at risk of developing an issue in this race. If you want to take a little bet, go bet some channel points on if he survives this race. So yes means he makes it to the end of this race. No means he does not make it to the end of this race and we have to retire him. Did it already? Oh. I didn't realize that I set the Gamba timer to 30 seconds. I didn't realize that. Whoops. I'm too lazy to run that again. Actually, I forgot. The load time in this game takes forever. I actually probably have time. Alright, you guys got 2 minutes this time.
Well, it's great to have you with us, folks, as we settle
Last
into the weekend
race
Grand Prix action.
of the season.
Amidst the noise and fanfare of the occasion, a crucial moment now to concentrate.
Starting P8 is decent for them, provided they keep the race clean. There's
Go
points
Gamba,
on the
chat.
table.
Right, let's get to it then.
And anything counts. If he, even if it doesn't
Anything can happen
crash from mechanical
in the
failure.
Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Alright.
And it's
Lights out, and away we go for the last time in 2024 in our game. We got Lawson P6, Behrman P8. And we got, oh, I'll show you. We've got moderate risks of all 3 powertrain parts failing in this race. So, Do with that information what you will. And so far, everybody's confident he's surviving to the end of this race. If he crosses the finish line, yes, wins the payout. If he does not cross the finish line, no wins the payout. Oh, whoa, whoa, oh my god, what the fuck was the Ferrari doing there? Jesus Christ.
We need to get these tyres to last.
Copy.
So let's keep an eye on these tires.
Copy that.
We no longer need any liftoff for fuel.
Copy.
Hello,
No
Mika.
more lift and coast.
Copy.
Alright, we need a bit of battery to get DRS off these guys.
We are P7. He is the car ahead of you.
Mika is a doubter. I mean, you're not... In this particular instance, I don't know if you're really rooting against me. You're just rooting against the... You're just playing the odds. I mean, there's a decent chance one of these 3 parts explodes before the end of this race.
Nice work, Pierre. Currently P5.
Oh, my headphones are on low battery. I forgot that I've been using Bluetooth headphones recently. I usually use wired headphones. But my wire's kind of fucked right now. The wire for the wired headphones, so I need to replace it. So I've been using Bluetooth. I forgot that low battery is an issue I might have to deal with. Hey, we're doing a decent job here. We're up in P5 and P7. It's not looking too bad. Or P8. Whoops. Spoke too soon.
We're still in a good position.
We're definitely gonna lose this position. Yeah. With DRS, he's...
The tires.
Oh, we've got no chance there.
Copy.
Still a long way to go. Norris is the car behind. Gap is 2.2.
Copy.
Alright, we got DRS. Still looking okay here. Bearman's losing vision to Ricardo, though. Come on. Bearman. This isn't just about... This isn't the fight with RB anymore. This is literally just...
Behind Russell.
If you want to be P13 in the championship ahead of Ricardo, you got to beat him. It's that simple. Our team has secured our position, but you got to secure your position. I mean, you got to prove to... I mean, Williams and Alpine are looking for drivers. You got to prove to them that you can take that seat next season and get the job done.
We're doing a good job here, man.
Looks like we have DRS and Alonso doesn't, so we should be able to re-pass him here. We cut the corner a little bit there, didn't we? Yeah, we're gonna give that position back up. I don't know if that counts as leaving the track and gaining an advantage. But we'll get back past him here anyways.
Keep going.
Well, and Verstappen's in this fight now too.
So you're doing good. Okay, here. That is P5.
We're about 9 seconds off the lead here. Verstappen's trying to make it, I think, 5 or 6 in a row to close out the season. Well, we got Lawson is in 5th place. He's right on the tail of the guys. Oh! And Sainz goes off the track. We've got Lawson up in a P4 now. I'll take it. Sainz made a mistake and we capitalized.
Car ahead of you is Verstappen.
Just do your best, please. Alonso now the car behind. Gap to Alonso behind 2.3.
Alright, let's try to close back up to him.
Overtake is available.
Copy.
Just focus on managing the tires.
Okay, copy.
First pit stop's coming, lap 16.
Update on tire status. Try to avoid the curbs.
Copy.
A little bit of lift off.
Copy.
Let's try to catch him up. So we got a lot of cars developing issues here. But we look in a good spot right now.
Copy.
You can reduce lift and coast if desired.
Copy.
Now we've got Verstappen on our tail, but that's, you know, expected. It's gonna be so funny if Behrman survives and Toast gets 20. Oh shit, Mika. Oh, Mika bet big on this.
The car behind will be Russell.
I didn't look at what the actual figures were, but damn. Alright, we're in our pit window. Cool, we can push now.
Copy.
We're happy to increase pace.
Copy.
Lawson's holding Verstappen back a bit here. Not anymore. Oh, he's gonna re-overtake him. Oh, Perez got a problem now. Bro, he's doing the job. It's fucking, yeah, Jesus. But yeah, he's got a pit. It was fun battling Verstappen for a few laps, but now we gotta pit him.
So we'll box Pierre, box.
Alright, go nuts.
Copy box.
Alright. Come on, pit crew. See what you can do.
We should be clear.
Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I just saw my driver drive through a fence. Okay. you say so.
12
Bro just drove through that fence like
is the
in...
car ahead. Gap is
I don't know.
2.2. Car behind is Ricardo.
I don't know what happened there. Bro turned on no. Can you not clip in here? Can you not? Do I have clipping disabled?
Let's look after these tires.
Copy.
Bro wanted the extra time. Oh, okay, I see. I thought you meant you couldn't do it. I thought you were trying to clip that and you couldn't because I had clipping disabled for some reason. I didn't know. Okay,
Tires
gotcha.
are looking good from our side.
Copy. Copy.
So suggest increasing lift and coast.
Okay, mate, copy.
Behrman's right on oh, Russell's on way more fucked up medium tires than ours. We should be able to make something happen here soon. Oh no, Russell's gonna come into the pits. Alright. Yeah, I'm still learning.
You did a good job on the
I'm
tires.
not a pro gamer yet by any means. Oh no, we got our other driver fighting Verstappen.
Keep going.
Don't know what we've done here to get involved. Somehow both of our drivers have ended up on track in a position where we're
Car behind
battling
you.
Verstappen at one point in this race.
Copy.
What's Behrman doing all that? Oh yeah, Behrman's very slow. I gotta pit him.
So box this lap.
Copy, box. Okay, we're coming now to the pit.
I think they both wanted the extra time. He also just drove through that fence.
We're now on P12. Ahead of you, Russell.
Yep.
Still 36
Upstairs
laps to
neighbors
go,
are making
36.
so much noise tonight. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but bro, people upstairs are making a fucking racket today. Here, fucking you, yeah.
Well managed on the tires.
Okay, copy. Copy.
So we need to push.
Yeah.
We need more lift and coast.
Copy.
So engine risk of an engine issue is actually gone down for Behrman. So it's looking good for whoever bet on yes.
He's vulnerable.
Copy.
Increase lift and coast.
Copy.
Oh, Signs' issues getting worse. That's good for us. Oh yeah, Lawson's closing down on him real quick. Oh yeah, we're gonna give him a bit of battery.
Signs ahead.
Alright, go neutral on
Gap
the
is
fuel.
1.0.
Alright, come on, let's get him.
You can reduce lift and coast.
He
if
hasn't got it
desired.
there. Alright.
Copy.
Bring that down again and then we'll
If we can increase lift and coast,
hit him again on the next opportunity we get.
just focus on tire management.
Copy.
Oh, he comes into the pits. Okay. What are they pitting for? Hards? Oh, they're going hards at the end of the race. They're staying out a bit longer and going for mediums. I don't think the softs, or not the the hards were doing too hot for us on this track.
Next one is Alonso. Gap to Alonso 1.5. Don't worry. Copy. Yeah, copy.
Looks like this is going to be a
Push
lap
the
for
pace
him.
a bit.
Copy.
Yeah, we're bringing him in now. Last pit stop of the season for Lawson. Gonna go on medium tires.
So we'll
See this
box
final
clear
stint
box.
out.
Copy box.
We'll come out just ahead of Verstappen, thankfully. He's not gonna get in our way. Or maybe he will. Stand corrected.
Oh dear, that's not a good stop.
2.577, not bad. Not a bad way to close out the season for Lawson. Our pit stop times have definitely gotten better towards the end of this season. Definitely improving.
Let's push.
Let's see. Let's get these tires up to temp. And Behrman's pit stop's coming up too. Actually have him push even harder because he's actually really good on tire dig.
This is our chance to close.
High risk curves
So we'd
and
like
max
to increase
push.
management.
Copy. Copy.
What's your favorite motorsport right now? Yeah, it's definitely F1. I've been big into F1 last few years. But I also watch some MotoGP, Formula E, F2 as well. I want to get more into IndyCar,
Yeah, copy.
endurance racing. There's just so many. And I have a very limited amount of time to watch everything. But yeah, I'm big F1 fan. Is this a lap for? No, we're keeping Behrman out a bit longer. Oh, he's actually catching. Is that Behrman just ahead? Yeah, it is. Okay. Behrman, you are on a different strategy. I do not want you fighting your teammate here. Give him DRS, but then let him through.
We will swap. Okay, thank you for that.
Yep, there we go. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Final pit stop for Behrman.
We will box this lap.
Copy box.
Lawson's looking like he's in a good place to pick up at least a point or two here today. He's already in P10. Russell ahead definitely has to pit. And we're only 4 seconds behind. Everybody else is fine. Sainz has got an issue, so I'm thinking best case scenario we got P8 for Lawson. Behrman about to pit. He'll drop down behind Hamilton, but Ricciardo's way back. So we'll see what he can manage, if anything. Yeah, here's Russell coming to the pits. So that'll put Lawson up in a P9. 3.5 seconds behind Sainz in P8. Stroll's on a hard tire, so I think he should be fine, but with Sainz's issue, I think P8 is still gettable for Lawson. So we're doing tire deg is not the worst. Slightly below expected. I didn't check. Last pit stop of the season, 2.8. It's been a good day for pit stops. 2.8 I think is our slowest pit stop of the day, so that's, you know, saying something. Oh my god, Ricciardo, your lap. Get the fuck out of the way, bro.
Russell's the next car ahead of you.
Alright, yeah, we gotta bring these up to temp. This doesn't matter anymore.
14 laps to go. We need to start to protect these rear tires.
Oh, here we go. On Sainz for P8 in this race. Sainz has got an issue, and we're going to get our guy, Liam Lawson, up into a P8 at the final race of the season. And now we're going to use a bit of battery, put a bit of distance between ourselves and him,
Yeah, copy
hopefully before the next DRS zone. And looks like we do. Okay. We're in a good place, but Behrman, what's that? Oh, he's 20 seconds away from the points. It's not looking like Behrman's going to pick up anything from this race today. We'll dial it back a bit with Lawson because now the deck's starting to drop below projected. Sainz has now dropped to 2.5 behind, so I think we're pretty safe. I think we just got to see out P8 with Lawson, basically. I mean, our lap times aren't 0.8 a lap quicker than Stroll. We could possibly catch him before the end of this race, but I don't know, because he's on hard tires, so with the dead curve, we'll burn through our tires a bit quicker than him, so I don't know if we could catch him before doing that. But we'll see what happens. I think P8 is not a bad way to end the season. We'll get some more points on the board, and still outscore RB. And for a while, I saw Ricardo was battling for points for a bit there, but now he's way out of the points. So something, yeah, he's got I see, big mechanical problems. So he was at one point looking like he might pick up a point or two, but no, big mechanical issue. He's way down the order now. And, you know, all these parts are still looking bad, but he has not developed any issues yet, so I think we're still okay.
So yellow where you are.
Sainz has got a big lockup on turn 1. Again, Behrman's just got too much, and yeah, Stroll's pulled away from us a bit, so I think this is pretty much it. We're pretty much set for P8 and P12 in this race, I think. I'm going to have Lawson manage fuel a bit just to make sure we can get to the end.
If we could increase lifting post slightly.
Copy.
Come from NASCAR, I'm trying to learn other sports like WC, trying to enter the F1 scene as well. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, NASCAR's another one I'd like to at least start watching a little bit of.
5 laps to go.
Copy.
I see I'm somewhat active on motorsport Twitter, so I see a lot of overlap. I follow accounts that primarily watch and talk about F1, but then sometimes we'll also talk about other sports like NASCAR and WC and stuff like that. Actually, with Sainz's issue, Behrman's closed down to within
You have Sainz.
1 second. So we could still get points aren't going to happen unless Verstappen's the only one with the major issue, unless he retires. But Behrman will get P11 from Sainz here on the next lap, I think.
Some small lift off in turn 10 could help.
Copy.
3 laps to go.
Yeah, copy. Copy that.
Alright, now you got battery to push.
Mode push.
Copy.
And let's get past Sainz here with an issue. It's not going to be points, but P11 to end the season for Behrman by the looks of it here. Let's see what we can do. Oh, he's gonna clear him quick on this straight. That issue's real bad. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got him.
Keep going.
But yeah, Russell's way up the road. We're not catching him in 2 laps. Yeah, and Leclerc is 8 seconds in the lead, which means Leclerc is gonna secure P3 in the championship, with Sainz now not scoring points at all.
Lift and coast.
Yeah, so we'll turn this down, just bring the engines down.
Need some lift off.
We're just gonna bring it home from here. We don't need to take any more risks or anything.
Do a little bit more management.
Copy.
Alright, we're up to the final lap of the final race of the season.
Copy.
We've got Leclerc round in the final corner now. Leclerc is going to win the last race of the season. This is the first time he's won since Circuit of the Americas earlier this season, and you know, you would hope this is a big statement for Ferrari going into next season that they are going to be challenging Red Bull for the championship next year. Perez in P2, Norris and Piastri 3rd and 4th, which means Norris is going to beat his teammate in the McLaren team battle. Verstappen comes home in 5th place to end the season. He's dominated the entire season, but with you know, major issues starting lower down in the grid, he ends up finishing this last race of the season in P5. Alonso and Stroll are going to have a solid end to the season for Aston Martin in P6 and P7. And then we've got, like I said, Lawson is coming home in P8 here to take home 4 more points to round out this Season 1. So yeah, all in all, pretty successful first season. We've hit our targets. I just put the 1 on Verstappen out of fucking instinct because I just assumed it was him. Mentally, I guess I just subconsciously just... Yeah. Get wrecked, Mikamiba, minus 15k points, Penny says.
Review from this one.
I'm watching you.
So once you stop the car, we can switch off.
Eighth and 11th is a pretty good way to end the season, I have to say.
As always, there.
Alright, so we had Perez on pole, and Lando gets the fastest lap again. And Albon gets a P13 for Williams. So again, bro, he's been solid this season. I'm very happy we're bringing him in next year. He's had an impressive season considering the car he's driving, which has been really bad, and he's been making it look really good. Or not really good, but like really good comparatively, I think is the word I'm looking for. Sargent P16. Sonoda in P17. For the first time in a long time, in the last race of the season, nobody DNFs. It's the first time since Japan, way earlier in the season. It's the first time since Japan we've had a race with no DNFs, and I'm surprised it even happens in the last race of the season is when it happens. I feel like we usually see a good number of retirements at the end of the season in this last race. But no, and I'm surprised that both of our cars fucking made it to the end with the condition that their engines weren't going into this race. But yeah, like I said, Verstappen ends up winning the championship by a margin of 128 points. Fucking ridiculous. Perez in second with 401, Leclerc in third with 389, Sainz in fourth on 354. Piastri ends up finishing the season on 297. Norris finishes it on 304, so Norris wins the McLaren team battle this season. And then big gap between 6th and 7th. Alonso, like we've talked about, wins best of the rest with 91 points. Stroll moves up ahead of Russell now in this final race of the season, so he's now on... They're level on 70 points apiece, actually. but I guess Stroll has a tiebreaker with a... I think the tiebreaker is just that Stroll has more 7th place finishes than Russell. So it's 7th and 8th in the championship for Aston Martin, secured in the last race of the season. Hamilton on 57 to end the season. And then we're going to go down to... Okay, I go bench now. Good night to everybody. And Hall, good night. Good night, Penny. Thanks for hanging out. Lawson ends season on 53 points. Did y'all win a race? Nope. In our first season, our best result of the year is 6 places. We have a 6th in the Netherlands, in Azerbaijan, Mexico City, and in Las Vegas. So 6 of the best we've managed this season. The goal next season is to hopefully maybe get our first podium of the game. And then by season 3, the aim will be to start winning. So we'll see if we can hit those targets. But for now, the goal for this season for our team was to finish 6th in the Constructors' Championship, and we have done that. So Behrman, despite not scoring points, does finish the season ahead of Ricardo and 13th in the championship. So we are where we wanted our guys to be, in 11th and in 13th in the championship. Ricardo in P14 with 7 points. Albon is on 4 points, carrying Williams to a P8 in the Constructors' Championship. Magnussen is on 1 point, and then the non-points finishers for the season in order are going to be Hulkenberg, Gasly, Zhou Guanyu, Valtteri Bottas, Logan Sargent, and Esteban Ocon, rounding out our Drivers' Championship for the season. And then in the Constructors' Championship, my controller would reconnect. There we go. Red Bull are going to pick up 28 points to make their final points tally on the season, 930 points. Ferrari pick up 25 to 743. McLaren are going to finish the season on 601 points. Aston Martin on 161, again securing 4th in the championship ahead of Mercedes, who finished the season on 127. We're going to pick up 4 more points, so our points total for our first season is 64. RB are going to end on 33 in 7th. Williams on 4 in 8th. Haas, with their 1 point from Mexico City, secures them P9 in the championship, and Alpine and Sauber finish P10 and P11. So that's our first season, and I mean, we only got 1 fastest pit stop point this season, but we don't really care. That's not important to us. We get our payout, we hit our targets. We could have gone for the moderate target again, because we would have hit 12th and 13th regardless. I kept on underestimating our car, because I kept on thinking that we were going to struggle a bit more than we did. I think the biggest struggle we ultimately saw was Qatar, because actually Qatar was a bit more of a struggle than Abu Dhabi at the end of the day. I guess I expected more of a drop-off at the end of the season than we ultimately had. I think probably more teams than I expected did something similar to us, where they kind of stopped their new production of developments for the current car and started focusing on next year's car. I think we might be in for a tough start to Season 2, because I think other teams will be able to invest in a bit of R&D for next season's car, whereas we had to stop development of this season and R&D for next season's car entirely very shortly after the summer break, just because of how limited our funds are. But also, we were very scared that we were going to break the cost cap and kind of fuck over our whole save here. But with us being as frugal as we possibly could, we made it to the end of the season with still 4.8 mil left in the cost cap. So, we survived the season. We hit our target of P6. We didn't break the cost cap. We didn't go into debt at any point in the season. So all in all, very, very successful first season. Looking forward now, we've got Alex Albon coming into the team for Season 2. We've pretty much retained all of our key staff for Season 2. And the Season 2 grid is looking very, very interesting, actually. Before we wrap here, let me see if there's any other contract dealings that have gone on in these last couple races. See if there's anything interesting to note of. Let's see if Perez. No, Perez still does not have a seat secured for next season. What's the other one? Stroll. Nor does Stroll. Hulkenberg. Ooh. So Hulkenberg is going to take that. Hulkenberg is going to go back to Williams. Okay. So that's one more that we know. Okay. So Hulkenberg is going to Williams in season 2. And I need a German flag on here. Okay. So it's one more team confirmed. It's going to be Hulkenberg and Gasly at Williams in season 2. That's an interesting lineup. Like I said, Ricardo and Bottas at Aston Martin, Magnussen at RB. So again, the only unknown going into season 2 is we do not know who either of the Alpine drivers are going to be. I still no. I'm hoping that they take Behrman, because even though we're dropping him, I wouldn't like to see him not have a seat next season. But it looks like, yeah, okay. So we've pretty much confirmed every single lineup for next season. The only one we don't know is just going to be Alpine entirely. So that's just going to be a big. Are they going to sign? I think Perez and Stroll now, or Perez, Stroll, and Behrman are the 3 left who do not have a seat for next season. So they could sign any of those 3, or they might be bringing in new rookies. So that will be interesting. But this is what our lineup is looking like for the next season. And my headphones are about to die. But yeah, overall, very, very successful first season. I'm very happy with how these things have played out. And I'm excited to get back into it next time out. And we're going to kick off season 2. That's going to be very